Tower clean, 30.
Airmen from Altus Air Force Base put their training into action during Operation Viking. The operation saw Air Force units working closely with joint partners from the Texas Army National Guard to maintain mission readiness and capability. C-17s from Altus and C-130s from Little Rock Air Force Base conducted air-land drops to put the Army in place for a full airfield seizure.
This exercise demonstrates our ability as a joint fighting force to deny that enemy freedom of movement wherever we want to and seize that land for as long as we want. And just practicing these exercises makes us that much better when we actually execute it in the real world.
And in terms of capability, air power brings a whole lot to the table.
My unit is truly joint dependent. I cannot conduct my mission and my mission essential tasks without the assistance and aid of United States Air Force aircraft. I am absolutely indebted to them for what they provide me, and no other branch and no other type of entity can provide the capability that I require to do my mission.
Wherever it needs to go, the C-17 can get it there, but it's a team effort for the mighty 97th.
So Team Altus really came together to make this exercise happen. We have our civilian maintainers who came and made sure that our jets were operational and ready to go for the exercise. Our loadmasters working jointly with the Army to ensure safe cargo operations, and then our pilots making sure that the air operations are safe and achieving the Army's objectives in the exercise.
For the 97th Air Mobility Wing, I'm Senior Airman Robert Gunn. The firing range, some ammo, and 8 defenders. These security forces members aren't heading downrange, they're requalifying on the tools of their trade. And when it comes to this annual training, it's all about being ready.
It's exceptional training. We definitely need to make sure that we have that, again, that mission readiness and maintain our qualifications. It's everybody's responsibility.
While this training helps to maintain readiness, it also serves as an opportunity to correct mistakes or malfunctions.
Rack, pull all the way until I'm done. If the weapon happens to jam up on you and you get caught up in a firefight, you gotta know immediately, I gotta know what to do to fix that, to get myself out of that jam.
And in this business, preparation can make all the difference.
I'm glad that I can help them, with the weapon and know how to operate the weapon, because they can get caught up in a life and death situation where the weapon is their only means to survive, and I want to make sure that they're all spun up and know how to properly use it.
Reporting from Altus Air Force Base, Oklahoma, I'm Senior Airman Robert Gunn. The M142 High Mobility Artillery Rocket System. Here it is, nestled in the hills of Fort Carson, Colorado, a long way from its home in Fort Sill, Oklahoma. How did it get here? Well, that's where Altus Air Force Base comes in.
We're actually integrating a joint mission scenario. So we're taking a scenario that the Army generated and applying it to our exercise today. So it's taking their objectives and our objectives, combining them together. So we're flying up to Colorado Springs so they can practice the HIMARS mission.
Stop! And for both services, this translates into real-world mission capability.
It's as real as we can make it, and again, just the capability that we'll be able to demonstrate today, being able to roll off immediately from an airframe, the C-17, and then immediately go into our live fires. It's just an amazing opportunity today.
So today we have multiple desired learning objectives. We're looking for mountainous, low-level flight, VFR ridge crossings, and also integrating with our joint partners.
88.3.
But this training isn't just pilots, loadmasters, and soldiers. The airmen from the 97th Logistics Readiness Squadron need to make sure this cargo is loaded just right.
The way I play into it is just the go between the Army unit and then the aircraft that's doing the airlift. They can't just roll up to an airplane and say, hey, take this. It doesn't work that way. There's certain steps and procedures that have to happen, and we're the middleman for that. Making sure it's airworthy, nobody's going to get injured, nobody's going to get hurt, and safety of flights.
A lot of work to make this happen, but just as much reward. For the 97th Air Mobility Wing, I'm Senior Airman Robert Gunn.
It's important to, if somebody has the time or they're being tasked with going into harm's way to defend their country or whatever the task may be in a uniformed service, I think when you come back, you should have the best of care, especially if you're wounded or suffering any problems once you come back from that theater. And those that have came back wounded or didn't come back at all, they need prosthetics, counseling with PTSD. Let them know this. Counseling, I just need to let them know that it's not that bad out there once you come back. Whether you're hurt, wounded, you have these problems, you always have somebody you can talk to. All right. You have mentors out there that are also wounded, wearing prosthetics, have the same issues. Seek guidance from those guys. And those people don't really understand what I'm doing or anything about our veterans. Take the time and approach one and ask them questions. Learn, don't just assume, learn.